Bonjour année neuf. Hello Year 9 and welcome to your first lesson of your lockdown learning for January 2021. We are going to begin with a new topic, les sorties, which loosely translates to going out. This might be a bit of a surprise to you because we started the film and technology topic at the end of last term before you broke up for Christmas, but obviously with you not being in school we can't watch the film, so we will suspend that for now and we will pick that up again when things go back to some sort of normality. Who knows when that will be, but for now we will focus on les sorties, going out. Now in this module you will be doing the following things. You'll be looking at how to make invitations or plans to go out, how to turn an invitation down, make excuses, that sort of thing. So we're looking at some vocabulary here which is quite authentic, very French, but also hopefully easy enough for you to pick up and learn from home. Okay, now hopefully you've all got this presentation from the Moodle page, and also where you got this presentation there is a worksheet that goes alongside it. We want you to do all of the activities either verbally when I ask you to on this presentation or on the worksheet, and I will direct you how to do that and when to do that as and when. Okay, so les sorties. Now the first thing I would like you to do, it'll really help with your pronunciation because practice makes perfect, is to make a note of these, this list of activities that you can do, and match them up to the pictures. Now they're clearly not in order, you have to try and figure them out. What I would like you to do is to just repeat the phrases after me. So, to begin, aller au bowling. Here you'll notice that bowling looks like an English word, but we've got to French it up. Aller au bowling. Notice the ing bit. Aller au bowling. Now we need to think to ourselves, what could that mean? Because we've got a word here that looks a little bit like English, it should be fairly straightforward. And you just write down what you think it might mean. Next, aller en boîte. Now I've underlined boîte because it's quite a difficult word to say. Aller en boîte. Also, one of the common errors that you might make is seeing an O and an I together and saying it like boîte. No. You've got to French it up. Boîte. Remember O and an I together like in the number trois, number 3. It's not trois, trois. So, aller en boîte. Next, aller à une fête. Sometimes we use the word fête in English. Aller à une fête. Repeat. Say after me. Aller à une fête. At this stage, people, you were not looking to translate, you were just looking to match up with the correct letter. Aller à une fête. Okay, so aller, in our first 3 words here, they all mean the same thing. Aller meaning to go. That might help you, possibly. Okay, our next 3. Faire une promenade. Repeat. Faire une promenade. Okay, so I know it's a little bit awkward just sitting there in your room or in your kitchen repeating a little bit of French to yourself, but it really does help with your pronunciation. Faire une promenade. Underlined promenade because we do use that word a little bit in English, sometimes shortened to prom, and I don't mean a dance, there's a different way that we use it. Faire une promenade. Next, faire du patin à glace. Underline this one because you will have seen glass in the food and drink topic in year 8. So what is glace? Remember what that was? That will probably lead you to the correct answer. Faire du patin à glace. And finally, faire du vélo. Vélo. Not vélo. Notice that there is an accent on the E. Vélo. Makes it a bit of an A sound. Now, what could that be? Again, you might have seen this back in year 7 or year 8. Faire. Those 3 have the common word faire. This means to do. It is a verb. The next 2, fairly straightforward. Jouer au tennis. Tennis, repeat. Jouer au tennis. Again, words that look like English, you're going to have to try your very best to French them up as best you can. Jouer au tennis. And jouer au baby-foot. quite a fun word to say. Jouer au baby-foot. Jouer, of course, the verb to play. And finally, voir un film. Again, Frenching up the film word, film. And voir des DVD. Repeat, please. Voir un film. Voir un film. There's that O and an I idea again. Not oi, but voir. Voir un film. Voir des DVD. Okay, now, every single word at the start has something in common. That is the fact that they are a verb. So it's to something, to go, to do, to play, to see. On the next slide, I'm going to provide you with the answers. So, self-mark this one. Here we go. Aller au bowling, of course, is J, to go bowling. Aller en boîte. Well done if you've got this. It's G, to go to a nightclub. A boîte is a club. And aller à une fête would be picture B, to go to a party. Faire une promenade, D, to go for a walk. Literally, to do a walk, is how they say it in French, but that's a bit strange. Faire du patin à glace, to do ice skating. And faire du vélo, to do cycling. That doesn't sound too good in English, so you can translate as to go cycling, but we know that aller is to go. Why they use faire, I don't know. Jouer au tennis, to play tennis. Jouer au baby-foot, to play foosball, I guess we call it. And finally, voir un film, E, to watch a film. And voir des DVD, to watch some DVDs, H. Okay, great. So, thank you very much if you did play along, if you like, and repeated those words after me. It really will help with your pronunciation. You can't avoid speaking in French. It's 25% of how you get assessed, so practice makes perfect, people. Now, you are going to need to refer to this vocabulary for when you do the exercises on the worksheet. Okay? So, on your worksheet, which you've downloaded from Moodle, exercise 1. You need you to choose, this should say 3 activities from the list that you like. What list? This list. Choose 3 activities from this list and 2 that you dislike, that should say, and write sentences giving your opinion and a reason. So, on the worksheet you will see there is space for 3 activities that you like and 2 that you dislike. So for example, j'aime, a basic opinion phrase, I like, aller au bowling car c'est amusant. I like to go bowling because it's fun. But, je déteste faire une promenade parce que c'est nul. I hate going for a walk because it's rubbish. Now, if you've got your books with you, that's really helpful because you can find loads of opinions there as well. You could use a dictionary to find some opinions, or wordreference.com will help you if you literally can't remember any opinion phrases whatsoever. J'aime, je déteste. You could use j'adore, you could use je n'aime pas, anything like that. That goes in the box on exercise 1 on your worksheet, and you'll get a mark out of 10, I believe, for your work there. All of the time referring to this list. Okay, so next slide and next activity is all about something called vouloir, which is a verb. Now, verbs are important because you can't have a sentence without a verb in it, in any language. I've said this before, and I will keep saying it, because it's a fact. Now we want to use the verb vouloir, which means to want. And from that phrase, you're going to get things like I want, you want, he wants, so on and so forth. Here's the verb vouloir in full. So, je veux, I want. Repeat, je veux. Not je veux, je veux. Now, to be honest, if you can use this one, and this one only, you're going to be okay. Because most of the time, your assessments and exams that you do will be about you. You usually talk about yourself. So, je veux, if you can spell it, if you can say it, you're on to a winner. I want. But you get your bigger marks by talking about other people. So, for example, tu veux, you want. Il, elle, on veut. Slightly different spelling, but the same pronunciation. He, she, and we want. So this is where you might talk about a friend or a family member, you know, what they want. Nous voulons. Notice that my S's are silent. Nous voulons. Not nous voulons, nous voulons. That's just the French accent and how it works. We want. Vous voulez. Not vous voulez, vous voulez. Repeat it. Vous voulez. This is also you want, but it's for plural, so more than one person. It's also considered quite formal, quite polite. Vous voulez. And finally, il and elles veulent, meaning they want. Il, of course, for the masculine, a group of males. Elle for a group of females. And if it's mixture, it would be the masculine version. Not violent, veulent. So, je veux, repeat. Je veux, je veux. 1, 2, 3, go. Tu veux. Tu veux, tu veux, 1, 2, 3, go. When I'm saying go, you need to be repeating. Il veut, elle veut, on veut, go. Nous voulons, nous voulons, nous voulons, go. Repeat. Vous voulez, vous voulez, vous voulez. Repeat. Ils veulent, elles veulent, ils veulent, elles veulent, ils veulent, elles veulent. Repeat. So, repeating the words after me is, yes, weird and a little bit strange and a little bit awkward, but as I said before, and I'll keep saying it because it's a fact, the more you repeat and the more you practice, the easier this will get. So, on to worksheet exercise 2. We ask you to study the verb vouloir like we've just been doing and what they mean, and simply then just match them up by adding an arrow. Now on your worksheet, of course, the English is all jumbled up. All you need to do is draw an arrow and match them up. You'll get 6 marks if you can do that correctly. Okay, on to the next slide, and it's all about tu veux sortir, asking questions. Tu veux sortir. Now you've just seen tu veux. Do you want to go out? So to say or ask if someone wants to do something, you just put the verb after one of these phrases. A verb, things like aller, faire, jouer, voir, like we saw at the start of the lesson. So, je veux, I want to. Tu veux, do you want to, if you put a question at the end. And il or elle veut, he or she wants to. On your worksheet, exercise 2b, what we're asking you to do here is to fill in the gaps with the correct word and translate these sentences into French. So, for example, I want to go bowling. This is the word this is the sentence that we're looking to A, fill in the gaps, and B, then translate. So, it's kind of done in one go, really. I want. You need to think about all the work you've done before. What is I want in French? It might be in front of you on the screen. You fill in the gap there. Aller or, and we're looking for bowling. Now, what was bowling in French? You need to think about it. This is where we asked you to make notes at the start. In it goes. And so on. And of course, you will get all of your marks for that, for exercise 2b. You are allowed to use this video as a handy help if you want to. You can rewind it, you can pause it, you can use your notes, absolutely fine. Okay, now when you're done with that, on to something a little bit different, which is worksheet exercise number 3, which is all about texting in French. Now, just like in English, French people, well, anybody, it doesn't have to be kids, but generally it's younger people who use this, they use text speak. You know, like lol and LMAO and all the rest of the stuff that we use every day. Well, here's a few. I've got some English phrases down the side here. Hello, please, cinema, it's, I have, so on and so forth. I've got the French translations in the middle column. What I need you to do on exercise 3 on your worksheet is to choose which of these words from the word bank might be the French text speak for this. So, for example, hello. We know that hello is bonjour in French. By looking at what's down here on the in the word bank, what might go in the French text speak? Think about the spellings, think about how the letters might sound, and go from there. You're going to get 13 marks for that. Now, this is a weird exercise. You wouldn't have this on an exam or anything like that. It's just something a little bit more current, a little bit more relevant, I suppose, for modern life. See how you do. 13 marks available. Okay, so when that is complete, worksheet exercise 4, you will see a copy of these mobile phones with some text messages from Mathieu, Coralie and Philippe. Have a little read. The vocabulary shouldn't be too difficult. Rendezvous there means meeting. So Mathieu says, Salut, hi, tu veux voir un film mercredi soir? Rendez-vous, meet au cinéma à 19h. Réponds-moi. Answer me. Coralie, coucou, which is a great French word. Very fabulous. It means, hey, hi. Tu veux aller en boîte samedi? There's an invitation there. Ça sera génial. It's going to be great. Rendez-vous chez moi à 21h. À bientôt. See you soon. And then Philippe, salut, tu veux faire une promenade dimanche matin? Rendez-vous au parc à 10h. Bisous, meaning kisses. So you have a little read. I've given you some hints there with some of the words like rendezvous and ce sera. And we want you to fill in the grid underneath in English. So, Mathieu, what activity is he looking to do? What day, what time, and what meeting place? Same for Coralie, same for Philippe. That is all in worksheet exercise 4. There's some extension there as well. Find the following French phrases in the text messages. You write the French and the English on the worksheet. So, well, just the French on your worksheet. We're looking for Wednesday evening, meeting at, it will be great, reply quickly, see you soon, kisses, and 2 ways of saying hi. All on worksheet exercise 4. And finally, worksheet exercise 4B is writing your own text, and texto en français. You use the text you've read this lesson, so these, to help you write one of your own. So it just needs to include a greeting, a way to say hi or hello, an invitation, so do you want to go and do this, or that or the other. You'd start that, tu veux, and then any of the activities that you have seen from the first exercise that we did right at the start. Information about the day, the time and the place to meet, and you can use the 3 text messages in exercise 4 to help you with that, and an ending. Bye, see you soon, kisses, etc. And you need to do that on the worksheet and make sure that you upload it to Moodle for your French teacher, either myself or Mrs. Hillier, to mark and get you a mark out of, I believe it's going to be 75. There's a lot there to get through. Should be enough to keep you busy and keep you going. If you have any questions on anything, feel free to email either myself at cullertonm@hubcymru.net or Mrs. Hillier, if she teaches you, at hillierk1@hubcymru.net, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Of course, we will also be available on Teams during your lesson. Thank you. Au revoir.